Hello, my name is Amanda and this is my university class BCM325 Future Cultures beta video. For those of you who have not seen my original pitch video, my digital artifact is investigating how 3D printed corals can become suitable alternatives for coral restoration projects. My main goal and methodology has not changed since my original pitch. I have been using the UOW Makerspace workshop to help achieve my goal of utilising 3D printers. Although I have not technically changed my DA since the pitch, I have encountered some issues which has changed the way that I go about it. So the biggest issue that I've run into is the different type of 3D models that I've been using. So I was hoping to have a whole range of different types of corals to see the differences in the printing time, and unfortunately that has not been an option, as a lot of the models are way too big for the program that we use, and also I do not have any formatting systems to change the size, so I've had to rule out a lot of models, actually only finding two. Although this isn't a huge issue, it just really limits the creativity that I was hoping for with this project. Another issue that I have found is the filament, which is the material that we use to print with, snapping prematurely, which means the print is incomplete. This is just an unfortunate part of printing. It is not always 100% reliable. I actually found an article by Holly Russell that states people only really expect 70% success rates. So considering that I'm someone who doesn't have a lot of experience, the fact that I still have found myself getting 2 successful prints is actually quite good. So I've tried to positively respond to feedback received from my previous pitch, some of which including just making sure that I really clarify how I'm actually going to present my project. So I have created a blog called Coral Reef Rescue, where I will be posting 3 blog posts consisting of 500 words to satisfy the word limit. These will be discussing the most prominent concerns relating to 3D printing and coral reef restorations. I will also be using my Twitter page to post printing progress and using relevant hashtags to drive traffic and interest towards my blog. Another query that was in my feedback was about whether I will be addressing both sides of the environmental concerns. So looking at, yes, 3D printing can possibly be a positive, but can it also be a negative? And if it is, what can we do about it? So I understand that people want to look at both sides, so I definitely will be implementing this into my blog just to satisfy that criteria. Unfortunately, I have received no feedback outside of the BCM325 subject. I believe this is a reflection of my lack of promoting outside the subject. I'm hoping to find a suitable platform where there will be an active audience so I can gain more feedback and just be able to help improve my assessment. I have also continued my research into Reef Design Lab's coral project. The most important part that I've taken from their research is how they print in sections, and then once they find the location in which they want to place the coral, they take the pieces and join them at the beach. This helps increase the success rate rather than attempting to print giant pieces of coral, which can have so many issues in relation to the filament breaking halfway through or simply not having enough filament on a roll. So it's a really important consideration. Even in my own experience at the UOW Makerspace, I've seen how smaller prints are easier. And another research project that is discussed by Matter Hackers outlines the finding that fish actually prefer 3D printed coral over other forms of low density alternatives which have been